Good morning, my dear JEE warriors. Let me know if I'm audible and visible to all of you. Welcome to the SRMJEE Physics plus your Aptitude plus your English session. The most important PYQs for your SRMJEE examination. Do let me know if I'm audible and visible. Hello. Yes, the camera was a little blur, so I have changed the setting. I hope now it is clear, visible properly. Just refresh. Okay, I hope it is clear and visible right now. Right, everybody? Cool. Perfect. So let's begin with the class, my dear warriors. This is your captain Shreyas, and we have assembled here to solve the top most important, repeated as well as highly predicted questions for your SRM JEE entrance examination for your SRM college, my dear warriors, which is a very reputed college in south of India. It's in Chennai, and many of you might be aware of it. If you are not, please make sure that you Google about it, check their website, check their placements, everything. It's definitely a good, I would say, private college. In fact, I would also recommend you to write the entrance exam if you have not yet, made up your mind and you're not yet serious. Let's make sure that you know the right information, you are aware about this entrance test as well as the college, so that you have all the options on your plate after couple of weeks. When all the results will be out, you should have options with you. Then you will be tension free, you can work and you can stay peacefully, or else you will be without options and you might be forced to take a drop, right? So let's begin, my dear warriors. Is the paper similar to VIT Triple E? Actually, the paper is slightly more simpler than VIT Triple E. If you talk about the difficulty level of VIT Triple E with SRMJEE is slightly simpler. That's what you will see today. VIT Triple E is slightly on the higher side, but the level of VIT Triple E is slightly lower than JEE Mains also. Even if JEE Mains had fewer questions, those questions are okay level, JEE Mains level, but VIT Triple E level, the questions are slightly easier because you have to solve more questions in less time. Is that okay? Cool. So today only you are going to have chemistry paper discussion, chemistry most important PYQs, as well as you are going to have the maths discussion as well for SRMJEE. Is that all right? Cool. Right, let's go. Is this going to be useful for VIT Triple E? Definitely, my dear friends. This is definitely going to be useful. But remember, this will be useful for that 40 to 50% of the VIT Triple E questions. 50% of the VIT Triple E questions will be exactly like this. So shall we begin and start with aptitude? And I hope you are aware that we also have test series for all the entrance examinations, right from the West Bengal JEE to VIT Triple E, to BIT SAT, to EAP SAT, to KCET, to Maharashtra CET. All these entrance test series, we have made it fresh for this year based on the current trends. And if you are interested, you should definitely check them out. In the description box, there is a link to enroll yourself into these test series. The test series price is not 1000, it is just 499. Worth a medium pizza. That's all I say. Okay, so check it out and make sure you are a part of these test series, because mock tests are more important than the theory knowledge in the last week. You cannot sit and study right now, right? So let's begin with our lecture, and here is the first question of aptitude, I believe. Yeah, WBJEE is West Bengal JEE, my dear students. West Bengal JEE. Okay, cool. So here's the first question. Find the odd man out. Find the odd man out. What do you guys say? Look at the options. Swing, bird, dog, chair. Swing, bird, dog and chair. What is common in the three but not common in the other? Many of you are saying chair. Okay, well, why chair? I don't think chair is the answer. I think swing is the answer, correct? Because bird has 2 legs, dog has 4 legs, chair also has 4 legs. Swing does not has legs. It is hanging from the ceiling. So swing is the odd man out because it does not have legs. Is that understood? Yep, very good. Very few of you got it. So very tricky question. Moving on to the next one. How many numbers up to 100 have exactly 3 factors? They have exactly basically 3 factors. Think about it. So if you take a number like 12, what are the factors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. So many factors. But which are those numbers which have exactly 3 number of factors? Exactly 3 number of factors. Yes, come on, think about it. Now, let me tell you one very interesting thing over here, my dear students. Imagine if I take the number like 12. Wow, why is this so thin? Okay, I'll write it here. Imagine you take a number like 12. The factors will be like, 1, then you have 2, then 3, then 4, then 6, and of course 12. But if you take a number like 16, what are the factors? 1, 4, actually we can put it as 2, and then we can also put like 16 over here, but 16 will not become a prime factor. We need only prime factors, right? Same thing over here. The 4, 6, 12 will not become the prime factors. So think about it. Whenever we talk about squares, how many factors will be there for it? How many factors will be there for it? Think about it. When we talk about squares, first two factors will be like 1 and that number itself, and the next one will be basically whose square it is. Like for example, 25. For 25, 5 is a factor, right? But for 16, 4 is also a factor whose square it is, but 4 is not a prime factor. So only those perfect squares which have prime factors. Think about it. Which numbers are there like that? 9 is there, 25 is there, 81 is there, and one more number is there. Yes, 4 number is also there. Correct. 4, 9, 25, then even 81. All these numbers, their factors, prime factors are 1, then the number itself, and the number whose square it is. For example, 81, right? And something like that. But 81 again has, if I take it as a square of 9, 9 is not a prime factor. So the only other square that I can think of is 47. 47, if you see, is a square of 7. 7 is a prime number. Yes, so 47 will do. 49 will do. My bad. 49 will do. 4 will do. Even 25 will do. Right? So how many numbers are there? Yes. Come on, my dear warriors. 4 numbers. 4, 9, 25 and 49. Exactly. Yes. 4, 9, then even 25 and even 49. All these numbers, they are perfect squares, and at the same time, the number whose square they are also prime numbers. So that is the reason why you can say 4 numbers are there between 1 and 100. Moving on to the next one coming up on your screen. The following 5 integers provide some basis for the question ahead. 834, 427, 563, 649, 975. So the question is, what will happen if the first digit of the second highest number is divided by the first digit of the lowest number? Okay, let's have a look. What will happen if the first digit of the second highest number? This is highest number, second highest number is this, and the first digit is basically 8. Then is divided by the first digit of the lowest number. Lowest number is 427. the first digit is basically 4. So 8 divided by 4 should be 2. So the answer should be 2. Just check it out. The answer should be 2. Yep. Very good. Excellent. Yes. Answer will be 2. As simple as that. Right, just me. I hope this is fine. Shall we go ahead to the next one? Shall we go ahead to the next one? Yep. Very good. What is the LCM of the prime numbers between 1 to 12? What is the LCM of the prime numbers between 1 to 12? What are those prime numbers between 1 to 12? Come on, my dear warriors. 1 is there, 2 is there, then even 3 is there, 5 is there, 7 is there, 8 is not there, 9 is not there, 10 is also not there, 11 is there. So whenever you have multiple numbers and you want to take the LCM of them, just multiply those prime numbers. That's it. As simple as that, because they are prime numbers. They don't have any other factors apart from 1 and the number itself. So that is why you will just multiply. You will just multiply these numbers. Oops. Second. What just happened? One second. Yes, just multiply, guys. Those numbers, multiply. 1 into 2 into 3 into 5 into 7 into 11. That's it. Multiply. What are you getting? Everybody is saying option C, 2310. Yes, I think the answer is 2310 only. Very good. Very good. Awesome. Let's move on to the next question coming up on your screen. Here it is. In the given diagram with O as the circle center, what is the value of the angle X over here? What is the value of this particular angle X? Come on, think about it. Come on, think about it, my dear warriors. Yep. MET is on 16. Do you want me to do MET related mock test also? If you want me to, we will do that also. No issues. Okay, think about it. Guys, this is a right angle triangle. This is a proper right angle triangle. So if this is 40 degrees, if this is 40 degrees, where did it go? Okay, so let's see. Yeah, if this is 40 degrees, this is 90 degree. By the way, this is diameter, this is 90 degree. A diameter always subtends 90 degrees at any point on the circumference. So that means this angle should be basically 50 degrees. If this is 50 degree, this is 90 degree, how much should this be? This should be again 40 degrees. Do you guys understand it? A diameter always subtends 90 degrees at any point on the circumference. So if this is 40, this is 50. If this is 50, this is again 40. So answer should be option D, not C. That is wrongly marked. Option D will be the correct one. Yes, it is 40 degrees. Yes, it is 40 degrees. Moving on to the next one coming up on your screen. Consider the following statements. M is the brother of N, K is the sister of M, P is the brother of O, O is the daughter of N, who is the uncle of P. In order to find who is the uncle of P, the question is which statement in the above question is superfluous. Now the meaning of the word superfluous means it is unnecessary, it is not required. Which is not required. Come on, think about it. Which is not required. Which of the following statement is not required for finding the uncle of P? Now you can see P is there over here, so you will need P's relative. You will need P's relative, so statement 3 will be needed. And now P is related to O. So where is O? O is there here. O is there here. Who is O related to? N. N is related to O. O is related to P. Who is related to N? N is related to M. N is related to M. In order to find the uncle of P, which statement will then be unnecessary? P is the brother of O. Okay, if O is there, P is the brother of him. O is the daughter of N. O is basically the daughter of N. And M is the brother of N. M is the brother of N. Guys, these two people are brother sisters. So who is the uncle of P? Yes, so I think M will be the uncle of P. So therefore I don't need the second statement. I don't need the second statement. K is the sister of M. I won't need the second statement, option B. Everybody with me on this? Understood? Oh, clear? Oh, Very good, very good. Keep it up. Moving on to the next question. Remember, this kind of question is also asked in VIT EEE, where you move somewhere after that, and where are you from your current location, right? So Pinky is walking a distance of 600 meters towards east. Then where does she go? She turns left and moves 500 meters towards the left. Then she walks 600 meters left. Okay, so 600 meters left, and then turns left again. That means again like this, and moves 500 meters. So 500 meters. So it's a proper rectangle. Initial position is final position. What distance in meters is she from the starting point? So she is at the origin itself. So answer should be option A, I believe. Yes, option A is the correct. Yes, option A is the correct. I hope this is clear. It's your only Lisa Capto. I like biology, but don't think that I would be able to average the marks. So which one is best for further studies, biotechnology or BHMS or microbiology? That's a very interesting question. Maybe we need to probably talk about it more. You can do one thing. I'll give you two options. Either you put a comment on this video. Second option, on the Telegram, my Telegram is there, Captain Shreyas JEE NEET. Right, it's a proper discussion group. You can put that question. A lot of students are also there. We help each other. There also I can interfere. Okay, so two options I'm giving you. Instagram is there, but I don't usually end up checking all the messages, so it's luck again. All right, so both the options I will give you. Okay, moving on to the next one. Coming up on your screen, a discount of 15% is offered on an item that was previously costing 180 rupees. What is the discounted price? What is the discounted price? Come on, think about it. 15% discount you are getting on 180. That means the actual price, is basically 85%. So 85% of basically 180. So that is nothing but 85 divided by 100 into 180, my dear warriors. How much does it come out to be? 88.5 into 18. Come on, do the math and tell me how many of you have got it. Wow, very good. Some of you have got it really quick. Very good, Ranga Arjun. Excellent. Oh, I think the answer is already marked. My bad. The answer is already marked. Yes, it is 153 rupees. 153. Yes, Trishank, that is the correct answer. Moving on to the next one. X% of y plus y% of x is how much percent of xy? Is how much percent of xy? That is the question. Bhaskar, if we see that many students find the need for Amrita entrance exam, then definitely we will conduct few mock tests for that as well. Don't worry. So X% of y means x by 100 into y. Y% of x means y by 100 into x. So this will become 1 by 100, xy by 100, xy by 100. So it will become 1 by 100 into xy, but into 2 times. So basically, this is like 2% of xy. This is like 2% of this number xy. So hence the answer should be B. Yes, let's crack. Deva, Manoj, excellent. That is the correct answer, my dear warriors. 2% of xy, correct. This is a homework question. I want you to try it out. Okay, I want you to try it out. So put up the answers in the basically comment section after the session is over. Moving on to the next section, and that is of physics. And then after that, we'll go to English also. So here comes the physics section. So I hope you understood the level of the questions in basically SRMJEE. They are mainly these numerical type series, or basically, finding LCM, finding basic angles, geometry, percentages, ratios. These kind of questions are usually asked in SRMJEE. But yes, there will be more logical reasoning based questions which will be solving as we progress ahead. But don't worry about it. We'll be doing it on the channel. For that, you need to stay subscribed. Okay, we'll do more sessions of numerical as well as aptitude as well as English. So this is a complete mock test of physics plus your English and aptitude. The first question says the raindrop is falling with some terminal speed. What is the net force on the drop? What is the net force on the drop? Very good, Trishank. Awesomeness, awesomeness. Yes, the correct answer is 0 Newton, because the keyword over here is it is moving with terminal velocity. That means the velocity is going to be constant. That means the net force on it must be 0. So the net force is 0 at terminal velocity. As simple as that. Moving on to the next one. The equation of the state corresponding to 8 gram of oxygen. If you have to write, your gas law for 8 gram of oxygen, how are you going to write it? How are you going to write it? Think about it. First of all, oxygen's molecular weight. It's a diatomic, so it is basically 32 grams. So 8 gram means how many moles? 8 grams means how many moles? 8 by 32. Correct. 8 by 32, which is 1/4 of a mole. This is 1/4 of a mole, and we all know PV is equal to nRT. N is basically 1 by 4. So PV is equal to 1 by 4 RT, or RT by 4, which is, I think, why are all options A? This should be the second option. PV is equal to RT by 4. The second option, which is PV is equal to RT by 4. It's 1/4 of a mole. Correct. The second option. Anybody who said A? Yes, you are correct, because all the options said A. Don't worry, such things won't happen in the exam. Next question. In a LCR series circuit, the voltage across each component of L, C and R is 50. The voltage across the LC combination is how much? The voltage across the LC combination is how much? All the voltages are 50, 50, 50 each. So this is across inductor, this is across resistor, this is across capacitor. Inductor, capacitor and resistor. If everything is basically 50, 50 and 50, then the question says across the LC combination. LC, if you notice, both vectors are opposite, so they will cancel out each other and the net voltage will be basically 0. Phasor diagram. Don't say 50 plus 50 is 100, okay, or 50 and 50 is 50 only. No, it should be option 0. It should be option 0. Yes, very good, very good, excellent. Yes, for CUET also we'll do something. Guys, see, it all depends on your comments. I made a video, right, some time back. In that I had asked you, when I launched the SRMJEE and VIT-EEE course, and then we also did the marks versus percentile and all of that, there I asked my students, students, what do you want? What kind of entrance exams preparation do you need? VIT-EEE and SRMJEE and obviously JEE Advanced. These were the most popular, and of course BITSAT will also start soon. These are the most popular things. So based on that, I take my decisions, understand that. So when somebody comments, you have to like that comment also. Yes sir, we need it. Amrita College, I need it. Sir, put it, please put it up in the comments. Then you can like that comment, and you also put up a comment. People will like that comment also. And then I'll understand, oh, there are lots of students who want it. In fact, I will do a poll also. Accordingly, we will, conduct our sessions. But these will be proper sessions. See, if I take up something like SRMJEE, or even if I take MET or even Amrita or CUET, obviously these will be proper sessions based on what is going to come in the examination. Because this channel is for you. This channel we started for all the students in South, or students who want to get into majority of the South Indian colleges, or even the Northeast students who prefer to learn in English. So obviously when you say something, Captain Shreyas Sir is there for you. Understand that. Okay, not in the chats now, in the comments. Comments and chats, two different things. After the video is over, put it up in the comments so that people who are watching it recorded can also put it up. Okay, cool. The work function is this much. The threshold frequency is how much? Work function, my dear warriors, is nothing but HF naught. So work function is 2.14 electron volts. So into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. H is basically 6.6 10 to the power minus 34 into the frequency. Just divide 6.6 with 2.4 and 1.6's multiplication. See what is the answer that you are getting. See what is the answer that you are getting, my dear warriors. Yes, are you getting the answer as 5.16? Just check it out. 5.16 10 to the power 14, option A. Exactly. EAP-SAT, though we are doing it. Moonlinty, already we are doing. EM-SAT has already started, right? EAP-SAT has already started. Yesterday there was a maths class. Today there is a chemistry class. Tomorrow there is a physics lecture. Keep that in mind. Next, which of the following is both unitless and dimensionless? Is unitless as well as dimensionless? Refractive index, mechanical equivalent of heat, solid angle or angle? What do you think? Which of the following is basically unitless also and dimensionless also? Angle has the unit of degree radian. Solid angle sterdian. Mechanical equivalent of heat, come on, it's like joules and calories. Refractive index is something which does not have units nor does it have dimensions. No, it is not solid angle or angle. It is a D. It is option D, my dear warriors. Be careful. Refractive index. Yep. Okay. Yes, it will definitely help you for CUT exam, Harris, because level of most of the examinations is below JEE mains only. But CUT exclusive classes also we can do. A lift is moving up with an acceleration of 1/5 of that of gravity. The apparent weight of a 60 kg man standing in the lift is how much? Apparent weight of the man. So, first of all, because the lift is going up with an acceleration, so the effective gravity will be G plus A, and A is a G by 5. So, it will be 6G by 5. So, the apparent weight will be mass into effective gravity, which is mass into 6G by 5, which is 6 by 5 times of mg, where the mass is basically how much? 60 kg. Mass is basically 60 kg. So 6 by 5, right? How much is it? It's 12 into 6, which is 72 g. 72 kg weight. 72 kg weight should be the answer. Just check it out. Option number 2, which is 72 kg. Yes, option B. Very good. Some students have understood the hack. For every question, they are saying A because all the options are reading A. Sir, I was correct only, sir. Okay, so guys, I know the option numbering has gone haywire here. I don't know why, but yeah, it is supposed to be option number B, which is the second one. If the total energy of the Earth satellite is 0, means what? Very interesting question. Is it bound? Is it no longer bound? The satellite moves away parabolic path. The satellite escapes in a hyperbolic path. Very interesting question. Let me tell you the answer for this. See, you should know this theory point. If this is the Earth, then if you are going in a circular orbit, your velocity will be Vc. Your velocity will be Vc. If by chance your velocity is less than Vc, then you will go in an elliptical orbit. If it is more than Vc, then also you will go in a bigger elliptical orbit. But let's say your velocity exactly equals escape velocity. Escape velocity, guys. If it is exactly equal to the escape velocity, then it goes in a parabolic path. Otherwise, it is elliptical path. And if you throw it with more velocity than the escape velocity, then it will go in a hyperbolic path. When the velocity is more than the escape velocity. So when you are throwing it at the escape velocity, guys, that time the kinetic energy plus potential energy, the sum will be 0. So the total energy is 0. So when the total energy is 0, the path taken by it is parabola. When the total energy is more than 0, it is no longer bound and it will go in a hyperbolic path. It will escape the Earth's gravitational field. If it is less than 0, then it is bound to the Earth. Then the orbit will be either circular or elliptical. Keep this in mind. Yeah, I hope this is very clear. So the answer is the satellite moves away along a parabolic path. Yes, option C. Okay. Sir, do you put over the EAP-SAT classes on YouTube? Because I don't have. Moonlinty Neha, let me tell you, my dear students, even if you don't have Vedantu subscription, you can buy the EAP-SAT course for 999 rupees only. It's as good as free only. 999 rupees is You might say, sir, it is still 999 rupees. I understand, but it is nothing compared to the college fees that you will be paying, extra college fees that you will have to pay in case you don't get a good college. Imagine you don't get a desired branch. I feel it is worth spending that because you get your test series, classes, assignments, everything. But if you just want only test series, sir, test series option is also there. Please check out my yesterday night's video. I have mentioned BITSAT, VIT EEE, EAP SAT, all the test series are there for just 499 rupees. 499 rupees is just like, ordering a pizza, right? I always tell my students. Yeah, a tuning fork arrangement produces 4 beats per second. One fork is at 288. A little wax is applied to the unknown fork and produces 2 beats. What is the unknown frequency? So, the known frequency is 288. Now, if 4 beats is produced, 2 options are possible. 2 options are possible. One option is, it is basically, this was 288. I'm so sorry. This is 288. One option is basically 292. Other option is basically your 284. These are the only 2 options possible with 4 hertz beat frequency. But when a wax is applied, what happens when you apply wax? Then you will see that the frequency reduces. Then the frequency will reduce. So just imagine the 292 frequency becomes 290 after adding of wax. Here if you add wax, the mass will become huge, so it will become slower, so the frequency reduces. Let's say it becomes 282 hertz. Now, what is the gap between 288 and 282? Oh my god, the difference is huge. It's gone to 6 hertz. Here, if you see, the difference has gone to only 2 hertz, which is what is being asked. The new beat frequency is 2 beats per second. So the beat frequency has reduced. So only option possible is when the unknown frequency is higher than the known frequency. So the correct answer should be 292. 292, just check it out. Option B. Option B, very good. Option B means, yeah, 292. Yes, correct. If 0 means cannot escape gravity, no, it will escape gravity. It will just be able to reach infinity. Just limiting case it is. It will just reach infinity. Beyond 0, anything more than 0, it will definitely reach infinity and even go beyond that. That means it will never stop also at infinity. If the gas constant R is 2/5 CV, then the atomicity of the gas will be how much? Atomicity of the gas will be how much? That is the question, my dear students. Come on, think about it. Just rearrange this. The question has been asked in a very twisted manner, that's all. CV, take 5 on the top, R is as it is, 2 below. Whose CV is 5R/2? Guys, this will be your degree of freedom. Degree of freedom is 5 for which? Oh, diatomic gas already marked over here. Diatomic gas. Diatomic gas, degrees of freedom 5, 3 translational, 2 rotational. Correct. That is the answer. That is the answer. Moving on to the next one. If the door of a refrigerator is kept open, the temperature of the room, what do you think will happen? There are no free mock tests, Praveen. Understand, making of mock tests takes lot of energy, lot of time, typing, computers, internet, AC, electricity, light, paying salaries of all the teachers involved, the typists involved, verifiers involved, the backend server, everything. There is something, you should understand. Okay, even we need to, live. We need to also eat. So for that, we charge very basic minimal. Hardly there is nothing that, we make out of it. 499 rupees. That is the test series price. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the correct answer is it will slightly increase. It will slightly increase. The reason for that is basically, imagine this is your fridge. This is your fridge. What happens is when it cools the things inside, that means it takes out the heat. It takes out the heat. But when it does that, it requires work to be done, and the work comes from electricity. So work is done on the refrigerator, and that's why it is able to extract. It is able to extract the heat, and it is able to deliver it outside. Now if the door is open, then whatever heat is going out will be basically making the room warmer, because you are taking in less but giving out more amount of heat outside. You are taking, let's say, 10 joules of heat, work done is 2 joules, 10 plus 2 is 12, so you are giving more heat than you are absorbing. You are giving more heat than you are absorbing, hence the net heat will be developed in the room, and that is the reason why you will be basically seeing the room is slightly warmer. Convex lens always gives a real image if the object is situated beyond optic center, focus, radius of curvature, center of curvature. Very, very straightforward. Vishnu, I am not aware of any 3 free VIT-EEE tests. There is no such 3 free VIT-EEE tests. Okay, I'm not really sure. There is nothing like that. There was JEE mock tests which were free, that too in January. 3 of them sample papers we had provided. After that, there was no free test series. Yeah. So guys, what is the correct answer for this? Yes, center of curvature, radius of curvature, that is not the correct answer. Beyond focus, you will see a real image, and before focus till optical center, you will see a virtual image. In fact, that's how a magnifying glass works. You place the object between the focus and the center, you will see a magnified virtual image. Hence, the answer will be focus. Yes, very good, very good, very good. Many of you said option B. Proud of all of you, proud of all of you. Moving on to the next one coming up on your screen. What is the thing which determines that the charge which is flowing through a circuit due to the induced EMF? The final magnetic flux, the rate of change of magnetic flux and the resistance, the total change of the magnetic flux, or the initial magnetic flux? Well, if you remember correctly, the current which is induced is given by the EMF by resistance. EMF is nothing but how much flux changes per unit time, and resistance is as it is. Current is the charge which flows per unit time. Delta T cancels. Delta Q is a delta phi by basically R. So what does the charge which flows, what does it depend on? What do you think it depends on? It depends on the resistance, and how much is the change of the magnetic flux. Yes, that is the correct answer. The change of the magnetic flux and the resistance both. So option B is the correct one. Is that right? Very good. Moving on to the next one. There is a pair of coil. It has a mutual inductance 2 Henry. Current changes from 10 to 0 in this much second. The induced EMF is how much? The induced EMF is given by M times delta of I divided by delta of T. So the mutual inductance coefficient is 2 Henry. The change of the current is 10 in a time of 0.1. So it will basically become 200. So it will just become basically 200. Is that option there? Yes, I think it is there. Option number B. Very good. Everything is B now. Yep, everything is B. Praveen and others, I don't know how many of you have not seen this particular videos. Let me just show this to you before we proceed ahead. I feel this is very important for you guys to see. Here. Okay. See, I'll just show you. Go in the live tab later on, not now. First, watch these lectures. Yesterday, I think Nandini ma'am has put up a video. Yeah, SRMJEE ranks versus marks. This is a proper video so that you understand every detail about the cutoffs and the ranks and everything that you will target for SRMJEE. Okay. Similarly, for VIT-EEE also cutoffs, branches, everything was given to you as an informational video by Nabamita ma'am. So Nandini ma'am and Nabamita ma'am have made these 2 special videos for you. Then if you see here, already we have EAP-SAT videos. Then the test series video which has the links for all the tests, and then you can see VIT-EEE session I have conducted yesterday, and even other teachers are doing the same thing. You can see that right over here. Okay, so I hope this clears all those doubts. I hope this clears all those doubts. Right, chalo. Let's continue. Let's continue. 1 second. This was done. This was done. Okay. Okay. Now, what is the next one? The unit of relative permittivity. Relative permittivity, guys. Relative is a ratio. Both the units and the dimensions will cancel. So, it is completely unitless. So, don't even bother about finding the answer. Yes, it is a completely unitless thing. Is that okay? Yep. Very good. Very good. I feel that you should attempt both the phases, because you have better chances of getting any exam, be it BITSAT, be it JEE Mains, be it any exam. Whenever it comes in multiple phases, attempt everything, because you do not know what might go wrong or what might go better, and you might just be lucky. So always give in your best shot and multiple shots so that you have higher chances of making through. If ionizing energy of hydrogen atom is this much, the second ionizing energy of helium should be how much? Now, the ionization energy is basically your 13.6 Z square by N square. Now, for hydrogen atom, it is 13.6. So, that means when Z was 1 and basically N was also 1. But the second ionization energy of helium, that means basically Z is nothing but 2. And when we talk about the second ionization energy, what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Where do I have to take it? Where do I have to take it, my dear warriors? The second ionization energy of helium. Think about it. What should be the value of N? What should be the value of N? Yes, come on, think carefully and tell me. Think carefully and tell me, my dear warriors. Think carefully. Yes. What does it mean? It just means that already an electron has been taken out, and now you are taking out the second electron. So it's a single electron model atom. So Bohr's hypothesis is applicable. So the second electron is still at n equal to 1. Lot of people put n is equal to 2 looking at this number second. You know why second ionization energy is mentioned? Because if you take out the first electron, you cannot use this formula, because Bohr's model is only valid for single electron atoms. So when you ionize helium to single plus, then you can use the formula, because only one electron will be there. Understood? So lot of people write n as 1 and they get a completely wrong answer. So guys, the correct answer will be 13.6 into 2 square by 1 square. So into 4, I think the answer should be 54.4 electron volt. 54.4 electron volt. Got it, my dear warriors? It is not excitation, it is the ionization. You are getting confused sometimes. Okay, so be very, 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 very careful. Is that clear? Understood? Let's go on to the next one. The radiation of two photons having energies 2 times and 5 times of the work function are incident successively on the metal surface. Find out the ratio of the maximum speed of the photoelectrons emitted in both the cases. So, first of all, what you need to do in this particular case? Here, when the radiation of the two photons having twice and 5 times the work function of the metal are incident. So, energy of the photon, remember, is work function plus nothing but half mv square. This energy is 2 times, so 2 times of phi is phi plus half mv square, and second time it is 5 times, so 5 times of phi is phi plus half mv square. So this is mv1, this is mv2. So from here, what do I get? Half mv1 square, phi and 2 phi, if you subtract, you will get phi. Half mv2 square, phi minus phi, you will get it as 4 times of phi. Divide these two. So v1 by v2 whole square will be phi by 4 phi. Phi gets cancelled, and v1 by v2 will be nothing but 1 by 2. 1 by 2 should be the answer, which is option number A. Yes, option number A is correct. Option number A is correct. No, it is not C. It is option number A. You just have to find the speeds using the photoelectric equation. Very straightforward question. Zener diode question. What is the current through the Zener diode? Vz of Zener diode is 10. This is the breakdown voltage. This is nothing but your breakdown voltage. It breaks down at 10 volts. Do you see the 12 volts is the input voltage? Is the input voltage over here? Perfect. And forget this 10 volts now. Just look at these two resistors. Think about how much voltage will be dropped across these two resistors. This is 500, this is 1500. The ratio of these two resistors, is 1:3. Ratio of these two resistors is basically 1:3. So if V volts drops here 3V volts will be dropped, and the total of V and 3V should be basically 12 volts. 12 volts. So therefore 4V is 12. So V is basically 3 volts. V is basically 3 volts. What it means is across this 3 volts is dropped and across this 9 volts is dropped. So if you see across the Zener diode 9 volts is dropped, which is less than 9 volts is less than 10 volts, which is your breakdown voltage. That means the Zener diode will have leakage current. It will not have good current, it will have leakage current, and leakage current is very, very less. Leakage current is very, very less. So nothing will be flowing in it. Nothing will be flowing in it. Hence the answer is basically 0 milliamperes. 0 milliamperes. Only after the breakdown voltage will it start conducting. Before that, in reverse bias, it will not be having any current. So there is leakage current, as good as nothing. The change in the value of gravity at a height h and depth x below it, if both height and the depth are very, very small, is how much? Come on, think about it. What is the formula for gravity at some depth? Gravity at some depth is basically G. 1 minus depth is basically x by basically r. Take GD minus G is equal to minus G x by r. So this is the change in the gravity at depth d. So this is delta G at depth d. Similarly for height h, gravity at height h is G 1 minus 2h by r for small heights. So take G on this side, you will get GH minus G is equal to minus 2GH by r. This is nothing but change in the gravity at height h. Now all you need to do is basically equate these two. If the change above and the change below is same, if this is same as this, then even this thing is the same as this thing. So minus Gx by r is minus 2Gh by r. Gg minus minus cancels. So x is basically 2 times of h. X is basically 2 times of h. That is the answer, which is option number B. Very good. Very good. Very good. Anything for comment? If you want me to do it, then let me know in the comments after the video is over. Okay, and we'll conduct a poll also on the channel. Then make sure you, your friends, your schoolmates, everybody, colony mates are commenting and also putting up, the like button on those polls and, participating in these polls. Also be a part of the Telegram channel, because that's where you get more interaction and more polls and all the updates regarding whatever we are doing. So be a part of the Telegram channel. The link is also there in the description box. Which of the following transitions hydrogen atom emits more, photons of highest frequency? Highest frequency. Guys, high frequency means energy should be more. That means when you talk about different energy levels, this has really high energy. This is low. This is low. So 1 to 2, very good. 6 to 2, no. 2 to 6, no. 2 to 1. Okay, 1 to 2 or 2 to 1. It has to emit. That means it has to go from high to low. So higher energy to lower energy. So that means it is 2 to 1. Higher energy to lower energy. 2 to 1. Correct. Correct. Very good. Awesome. Next, if this capacitor is charged to 3000 volts and it is discharged in 2 milliseconds, how much is the power delivered to the patient? how much is the power delivered to the patient? That is the question, my dear warriors. Think about it. What are you going to do? How much is the power delivered to the patient? So in order to find the power, power is energy per unit time. Energy stored in the capacitor is nothing but half CV square and divided with the time. That's it now. Capacitance, how much is it? 40 micro. So 40 into 10 to the power minus 6. Voltage, 3000. So 3000 square divided by time, 2 milliseconds. So 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. As simple as that. Everybody understood? Now you can use my trick of ignoring decimals, zeros and powers of 10. So 4 is there, 2 is there, 2 is there, they will cancel. 2 2s are 4, 4 4 cancelled. 3 is there, square of 3 is 9. So the answer should be 9 into 10 to the power something. So it has to be B. Let's find out. Yes. So my trick saves the day. It saves you a lot of time. It saves a lot of time. Let's crack. We'll have English in some bit. Yeah. A small spherical ball of radius r is falling through a medium terminal speed v. Another ball, same mass, radius is 2r, falling through the same medium will have a terminal speed of how much? What is the terminal speed of that particular ball? Remember, the masses are same, so you need to be little bit careful. Now, when mass is same, density will be different. Mass is density by volume. Volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Pi r cube. So guys, you can check from here, density is directly proportional to r cube. Density is directly proportional to r cube. That's what I am seeing, because they are two different balls. So if one has density rho for a radius r, for a radius of 2r, what will be the density, my dear warriors? What will be the density, my dear warriors? It will be basically 2 cube, which is nothing but 8 times of rho. It will be basically 8 times of rho. Now comes the real challenge. The terminal speed is v. The formula for it is 2 by 9 r square g by eta. Density is rho. The viscous medium's density has negligible value. Negligible density. So that's why minus 0. This is initially. Then for the new terminal speed, again I will write 2 by 9. R is basically 2r square. G is g only. Eta is eta only. Density will be basically 8 times of rho minus 0. 8 times of rho minus 0. Now quickly think and tell me what should be the correct answer. Oh, what did I just do? Sorry guys, I made a mistake over here. I just saw that. What did I just do? I'm so sorry. I had to write density is mass by volume. I wrote mass is density by volume. My bad. Density is mass by volume, guys. So sorry. So density is basically mass by 4 by 3 pi r cube. So density is inversely proportional to r cube. So for radius r, the density is rho. For a radius of 2r, the density will be rho by 8. Rho by 8 should be the one. So this is also not 8 rho. This is rho by 8. So come on, compare this now. You will see what should be the correct answer. You will get 2 by 9. R square you will get. G you will get. Rho you will get. Eta you will get. 2 square is basically 4. And from here 8 you will get. This whole number is basically V. This is V. And 4 by 8 is basically half. So V by 2 should be the answer. Where is it? V by 2. V by 2 is over here. V by 2 should be the answer. Let's find out whether it is correct or wrong. Yes, V by 2 is correct. V by 2 is correct. Everyone? Yes? Understood? Okay. Very good. Yep. Saman, I hope you were there with me during preparation of JEE mains. So I feel that I'm going at a decent speed only. But if you feel that I should go even slower, fine. No problems. Here, the most widely used rectifier. Now, when you talk about rectifier, remember it is nothing but a device which converts AC into DC. Now, there are two kinds of rectifier, half wave and full wave. In half wave, lot of energy gets wasted. So that's why we use a full wave rectifier. So obviously it can't be half wave rectifier. Quarter wave, so why will you use quarter wave? So much energy will get wasted. But out of B and C, which one is easier, cheaper and less bulky? Center tap transformer is costly, it's bulky. Rather, bridge wave rectifier just uses diodes without any complicated machinery. So guys, what should be the answer? Yes, it should be bridge full wave rectifier. It should be bridge full wave rectifier, which has more efficiency, and obviously it has less weight. It's not bulky, easy to make, and less costly also. Moving on. When the current is passed through a conductor, what does it produce? When a current goes through a conductor, what does it exactly produce around it? Electric field, magnetic field, electromagnetic field, none of the above. So around that wire, what do you think, that conductor, what do you think it produces? What does the conductor produce? That is the question, my dear warriors. Yes, your Biot-Savart's law or Oersted's experiment, when you pass current through a wire, it produces magnetic field around it. So yes, magnetic field is the answer. But if it was inside of it, then the answer will be magnetic field is there, but also there is electric field inside of it. But I believe the question asks what does it produce around it. So around it there is no electric field, there is only magnetic field. Okay, so magnetic field should be the answer. Otherwise, if it was inside the wire, then the answer will be electric field also and magnetic field also. Is that clear? Because the motion of the charges happens because of electric field. Electric field only pushes the charges inside the wire. Otherwise, the charges won't move. Next one. An ammeter reads 1 ampere. Internal resistance is this much. How much resistance is required to increase the range in shunt to 10 amperes? So, imagine this is your ammeter of how many resistance? 0.81 ohms. 0.81 ohms, that is your ammeter, and it can only take up to 1 ampere. But you want to send in how many amperes? 10 amperes. So you will bypass it by using a shunt resistance like this. So the remaining 9 amperes will go here. So I do not know what this resistance is, but I know one thing, the voltage across both of them will be same because they are in parallel. Shunt means parallel, so voltage should be same. So current into resistance is voltage. So voltage is current into resistance. So IR value should be same. So therefore current is basically 9 into R should be, current is 1 into R, which is basically 0.81. So R will be 0.81 divided by 9, which is nothing but basically how much? Your 0.9. That's it. That should be the answer. 0.09, option D. Yes, Maruti, the answer is D. 0.09. Got it, everybody? Moving on, next question on your screen. Whenever you have ammeter, voltmeter based questions, always consider it as series parallel combination. Never remember the formulas for ammeter or voltmeter. They are very confusing and can also give you sometimes very misleading answers. You don't know what to substitute where. So best thing, remember the diagram of ammeter and voltmeter and solve it like parallel or series combination problem. There is a symmetric double convex lens cut into 2 equal parts by a plane perpendicular to the principal axis. The power of the original is 4D. What is the power of the cut lens? You should understand how you are cutting it. If this is the lens, am I cutting it like this or am I cutting it like this? If I cut it like this, then each part will be like this. Each part will be like this. So each part will be 2 diopters and 2 diopters. But if I cut it like this, then each part will have the same focal length. So this will be also 4 diopters. This will be also 4 diopters. Remember, this is principal axis. This is perpendicular to the principal axis. So I am cutting it this way. So each part will have a power of 2 diopters. 2 diopters. Exactly. Oh my God. Why 5 diopters? Why 4 diopters? No, no, no. How are you cutting it? Perpendicular. So each part will be having half power, because powers add, focal lengths reciprocals add. So be careful. Reciprocal of focal length will add and the powers will add when you combine the lenses. A lot of people make that mistake. Is that okay? Moving on to the next one. The ratio of the radii of the nuclei of this and this is approximately how much? Of this and this is approximately how much? Well, radius of any nucleus is directly proportional to a raised to 1 by 3. Is proportional to a raised to 1 by 3. So think about it. Think about it. When I want to find the ratio R1 by R2, all I have to do is take a value. This is 27 and this is 125. This is 27 and 125. So 27 and 125 whole raised to 1 by 3. Cube root of 27 is 3. Cube root of 125 is 5. So it should be 3 by 5. But 3 by 5 is not there in the options. But if you multiply by 2 and 2, you will get option A. So ratio wise option A makes sense. Ratio wise option A will make sense. Is that right? Yes, very good. Option A is correct. Next one. Huygens principle of secondary wave is used to what? What is it used for? Remember Huygens construction. You get a wave. You want to find how does the wave look like after some time. So the construction is used to find the new secondary wave geometrically. So I think it is find the wavefront geometrically. Polarization, how will it explain? Focal length, no. Dispersion, no. Obviously not any of these. Does that make sense? Very good. Oh, so this is the homework question. Make sure you put up the answers in the comment section, guys. Make sure you put the answers in the comment section after the session is over. The PDF of this you will be getting on the Telegram channel. Let me tell you that. Okay. So let's go to English session, English part now, and I will show you the passage. And what I want you to do is figure out the answers on your own. Okay. So I'll show you what kind of questions are asked. Look at this. This kind of question. This kind of passage might be given to you. This is a big passage, I think. Yeah. This is a passage, and you know, you have to read the passage, you have to understand it, underline some keywords, and then you can come back to the questions. Now, one way to solve passage questions, I will tell you a trick. Generally, students read the passage first and then the questions. One trick is skip the passage, directly go to the question, and just have a look at what questions are there. So that when you come back to the passage and you are reading it, you know subconsciously, oh, this was there in the question, so I have to be aware of it. Otherwise, you don't know what is important, what is not important. It's a big one. Correct? Yeah. So these kind of things can be dealt very efficiently by reading the questions first. So now you might probably see the answers by mistake. That's okay. Like which of the statement is correct? Which of the following statement is incorrect? If you just see some of the questions and their options, you will understand what kind of questions are there that might build in some confidence in you. Which of the statements can be inferred from the passage? That means they are asking you what is the overall gist summary of the passage. The antonym of the word legion in the third paragraph is, right? What is the antonym of this? So these kind of questions are there. So guys, if you read the passage, you will understand it. It is not that difficult. I can explain this to you. So that will help you while solving at home. The firearm industry may be the biggest force for evil in America. The evil lies not just in the fact that these manufacturers made the weapons that were used to slaughter 19 school children and 2 teachers in Texas last week, but there are also 10 shoppers at Buffalo, New York grocery store the week before, and more than 1,500, other Americans in 270 mass shootings since 2009. No, the firearm merchants have done far more than simply build guns and offer them for sale. According to the evidence revealed by industry whistleblowers and in newly released court documents, the gun makers have for 2 decades helped push the right-wing paranoia and the conspirational fantasies that have fed the fever for assault rifles while using social media, video games, and direct marketing to target teenagers as eventual customers. It is no coincidence that the typical mass shooter is a young person brandishing a freshly purchased weapon of war. The firearms industry may be the biggest force for evil in America. The evil lies not just in the fact that, I think this just got repeated again and again. This just got repeated, guys. The passage was not so big. It just got repeated. So sorry. Yeah, as a result, gun sales have soared since the start of the century, and US now has twice as many guns as it has the people. With millions of dollars drawn from its blood money, the gun industry transformed the National Rifle Association, once a respectable hunting-centered group, into militant mouthpiece, and with more millions donated to political campaigns, the industry turned the Republican Party into a legion of pathetic puppets who dutifully block all attempts to pass the sensible gun control legislation that a large majority of Americans support. The absolute defense for the Second Amendment presented by NRA, the GOP and the gun industry is not actually about the right to bear arms. That is a cover story to hide the true motivation behind the gun epidemic that is killing Americans day after day after day. Financial profit and political power. And with the mourning far from over in these two cities, that seems especially the evil. Did you understand the overall gist, my dear students? Did you understand the overall gist, my dear warriors? Yes, very good. So after this, will we be able to solve these kind of questions? Which of the following statements is correct? Which of the following statements is correct? Come on, think about it. Which of the following statements is correct? The gun industry is not a for-profit organization in America. The gun industry does not indulge in political lobbying. The gun industry targets teenagers to push gun sales. The gun manufacturing industry is tightly regulated in United States of America. Definitely not regulated. It definitely indulges in political lobbying. There is politics involved in it. The gun industry is not, a for-profit organization, America. No, it is definitely for profit only. It is not for loss making, it is for profit only. It pushes the teenagers towards the gun sales should be the correct answer. Option C. Yes. Perfect. 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 Very good. Very good. Shall we go to the next one? Which among the following statement is correct? The Democratic Party is in the favor of the National Rifle Association and the gun manufacturers. The gun industry uses social media as advertising platform to entice teenagers into buying arms. Guns do not threaten public life as widely feared. The Republican Party in the United States of America is at the forefront of the campaign for the gun control. What do you think is the correct one? What do you think is the correct one, my dear warriors? Come on, think and tell me. Think and tell me. Yes, very good. Some of you are getting the answer correctly. Is correct. What does the gun industry do? It uses social media to attract young people to think that, guns are correct. Having guns is everybody's right. Right? That is what they do. They use social media campaigns, games, and so many other advertising techniques to get those teenagers into buying guns. Yeah, guns do not threaten public life. Obviously not. Is in favor of the National Rifle Association. Where did National Rifle Association come into place? Republican Party is at the forefront of the campaign. No, they don't directly campaign. They indirectly campaign. Right? It was not direct. They are indirectly campaigning. Okay. Which of the following is incorrect? Which of the following is incorrect? Which of the following is incorrect? Majority of Americans want tighter gun control laws. Yes. Gun control legislation is blocked by the Republican Party lawmakers. Do you remember that? There was a statement where Republican Party was, blocking the, gun control legislation. They were using indirect methods. They were allowing the lobbying to happen by all these industries, arms and, arms manufacturers to, sell their guns. Right? The gun industry, the National Rifle Association and the Grand Old Party, Republican Party, defeated the right to bear arms, defend the right to bear the arms. Yes, they do defend the right to bear arms. So all these are correct. The Second Amendment abolished citizens' right to bear arms. No. In fact, it gives them the right to bear the arms. It gives them the right to bear the arms. So option D is correct. Or rather, D is incorrect. That's why you will mark it. Is that right, everybody? Okay. Moving on to the next one coming up on your screen. Moving up to the next one coming up on your screen. Which of the following statements can be inferred from the passage, the base summary from the entire passage? Base summary from the entire passage. The making and selling of guns is very lucrative. So the companies behind it are going to promote the benefits. The National Rifle Association has been involved in political lobbying since its inception. American teachers and other staff in schools could deter gun attacks. Gun ownership does more to increase public safety by allowing law-abiding citizens to protect themselves. No, it is not talking about protection. It is not about teachers and staff protesting about it. It's not about this associate people into believing that, you know, they have every right to buy those guns and promote the benefits of firearms. It's a whole, the whole paragraph is telling you how these people are, you know, involved and how they are promoting it by different means like social media and games, and at a young age only they are targeting their audience. So I think it should be option A. Yes, it is option A. Yes, correct. That is the correct one. Last one, the antonym of the word legion. Legion means like a group, like a unit, like that. So what will be the opposite of it? Will it be horde, few, chaos, or order? What do you think it will be, my dear warriors? Legion is like a group, like a unit. So when you do not have a unit, when you do not have many people, you have a very few people. I think few should be the answer. Yes, few is the correct answer. Got it? So these are the kind of questions which you can get in English. In English. Yes, option B, correct. So I hope you understood what kind of questions do come in SRMJEE. That should give you confidence. But remember, it's never about the level of the questions. It's about how quickly you can solve these questions. Okay. So all the best, my dear warriors. Stay focused on all these entrance examinations and give it with full seriousness. Don't take any of these exams lightly. Okay. Bye-bye. Take care. And do not forget to like and stay subscribed on the Vedantu JEE English channel. Take care. This is Captain Shreyas signing off. Hasta la vista.